Listen, guys, Leo, can you put up a color heart so people follow you? Guys, please follow each other, but especially follow Psychic Medium Leo Sheldon. Greetings, greetings, welcome, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, grand rising, and welcome to my broadcast. Wherever it is that you are joining from over the world, across the globe, I am honored. I am honored to have you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Dr. Daphne Clarke-Hudson. I'm a spiritual healer. I'm an intuitive coach, guide, and a consultant. I am honored to serve you each and every morning at 6 a.m. Eastern. I come on, I'm broadcasting live on StreamYard, which allows me to be present on my YouTube, my Facebook, and my LinkedIn platform. If you are not subscribing, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can get access to all of my content. All of the content that I do is uploaded to my YouTube channel. Later on this morning, we will participate in the water therapy. Those of you that will be participating, have your water, set it aside if you want to bless your water, meditate, pray over it, whatever you want to do to supercharge your water. Do that and set it aside. I will announce to you when we are about to do the water therapy. All right. So some of you might know that maybe over the past month or so, I have been asking different people from my community to give me topics that they would like to hear me speak on. And this morning we are going to be talking about distance healing, and that was submitted this morning. I think after 1 o'clock I was on doing a live, and that was this topic was given by Dragon Lynn. So I don't know if she's on here, but thank you for the topic. Again, we are going to be speaking about distance healing. And this is a topic that I have not spoken on before. However, I will intuitively speak on the topic as well as share a research that I found on the topic. So bear with me as I go into this teaching. Please be sure to connect with each other. Remain respectful. All right? And my moderators will join later. In the meantime, just respect each and every one in the broadcast. I will not be able to interact with you until I end the broadcast on my YouTube channel. As an intuitive coach, I work with my clients to guide them to connect with their inner blueprint for success. And by so doing, they are able to live their life unlimitlessly. They are able to realize potentials and have big dreams. They are able to stay focused on their why and their soul purpose. So that's the main focus of my work. I also am a spiritual healer. And I want to tell you that that is something that I had suppressed for a large number of years. But I can honestly say this morning that I'm in complete gratitude that the universe have repositioned me and gave me a new lease on life, which allowed me to fully honor that which I'm truly called to be and to unapologetically serve as a spiritual healer. All right? So I will go through the introduction that I am sharing from the research. All right? The introduction reads, Distant healing intention, also known as DHI, may be defined as a compassionate mental act intended to improve the health and well-being of others. And if you are thinking that I've heard about that before, yes, most certainly you have. And many of you who are on the live this morning are probably distance healing practitioners. All right? And as I continue further down, you will be able to acknowledge what it is I am talking about. Terms used to describe DHI interventions. DHI is distance healing intention. Includes intercessory prayers, spiritual healing, non-direct prayer, intentionally, energy healing, shamanic healing, non-local healing, non-contact therapeutic touch, and Reiki. Each of these methods involve a distinct theoretical, theological, cultural, or pragmatic approach towards healing through the application of one person's intention to another. So, while I was looking for the research, and I came on 3 research, and I wanted to focus on this research for this presentation, I was tickled pink. Why I was tickled pink? Because religious people, those of you on here who are light workers or Reiki masters or intuitive healers, we all know the prejudice and the bullying we go through with people who claims to be Christians. And they are quick to tell us that because we are involved in these practices, we are evil. You notice that the research starts off with intercessory prayers. Yes? So, I hope that those who are quick to judge and label us, that they will show up to get the additional information for themselves. Yes, each and every one of you have been focusing on distance healing when you stand on those long lines in your places of worship. When you stand in the big crowds because you hear that the prophets are coming and you want to go for your healing. That is the same thing. Distance healing that we are talking about. So wake up, so you can be more aware and alert. Wake up so you can be completely informed. Wake up and be prepared to unlearn many of the stereotypical things that you have learned. DHI, distance healing intention, especially in the form of prayer, is one of the most commonly used complementary and alternative medicine. Another acronym for that is CAM, healing modalities. Greetings on my YouTube. A government survey of adults Americans by the U.S. National Center for Healing Statistics, showed that the top 10 CAM practices, the first was prayer for oneself, and the second was prayer for others. Among social workers, a survey found that 28% of over 2,000 recipients had engaged in verbal prayer with their clients, while 57% privately pray for their clients. In a survey among 1,900 cancer survivors, 62% reportedly pray for their own health. 39% had always had others pray for their health. And 15% participated in group prayers. And based on general population surveys from 2002 to 2008, the use of prayers for healing concerns has continually increased in the United States. After taking into account demographic, socio-economic status, health status, and lifestyle behaviors. People from the continent of Africa, across the continent of Africa, are known for some of the most powerful distance healers. I have been told that people across the continent of Africa, when they go to pray, they pray all night through. I have friends from Ghana, from Nigeria, and they say when they go to church to pray, they pray so hard and so powerful that their prayer raised people from the dead. And one sister said to me, Dr. Daphne, we are not quick to bury our dead in Africa because There are times when the villages come together in prayer, and those people are risen from the dead. And those of you on here who are from the continent of Africa, you can probably affirm that statement. I know there is one community on TikTok that I became a part of, the same organization that I told you gave me the South African name. I know that at 3 a.m. African time, they are going into prayer. They light their candles and everybody gets into prayer. They are strictly committed to praying. Thank you for the roses. They are strictly committed to praying certain hours of the day. Those of you who maybe know Dr. Cindy Trim, you know that she has certain some little books about the warfare and prayer and all of that. And one of the teaching I know Dr. Trim have there is that at midnight is the most powerful time to pray, because what? Those are the time when the evildoers are awake and doing evil. So you that are powerful warriors, that's the time you need to commit to doing your intentional healing. So, distance healing, we need to equip ourselves. We need to learn about these additional things. Why? Because when the physicians will misdiagnose us, the universe diagnosis is on time. It is accurate. And let me tell you something. I have been a coach for 30 plus years. And let me tell you something. My practice has never been this rewarding until since I quickly say yes, because I could no longer run. I say yes to becoming a spiritual healer, for adding spiritual healing to my practice. It's the most rewarding thing I can do for my clients. Let me continue with the research. While popular distance healing intention is well established, its efficiency is uncertain. A beta analysis by huge review 17 randomized controlled studies of DHI and concluded that the outcome produced small but significant for the intercessory prayer under both random and fixed effect models, and without inclusion of one controversial study. Masters et al. Focus on 14 studies, including only intercessory prayer, and found a positive but non-significant outcome. In an update, meta-analysis with one additional study, Master ETA al again found a positive, non-significant outcome. That data also showed that the DHI effect size, while small, was nearly 15 times larger for unhealthy subjects than for healthy controls, suggesting that need or motivation may play a role in the DHI efficiency. Nevertheless, because the overall results were not robust, Masters ETAL recommended that future resources not be allotted for this type of research. The most recent meta-analysis, a cohort systematic review by Roberts et al., found fewer deaths in an intercessory prior condition as compared to a standard care control, result that were again significant for high risk and thus highly motivated subjects. Their conclusion was similar to the Masters et al. The evidence presented so far is interesting enough to support further study. However, if resources were available for such a trial, we would probably use everything else. We would use them everywhere else. So, what are we gathering from this research? Because monies were not being allotted to carry out many resources in the area of intercessory prayer, although the results that they got based on the numbers that the research was done on was positive. And you and I know that prayer works. How many times you turn up on the live and you see somebody coming and they say, oh, pray for me, or pray for my son, or pray for my mother, or pray for my father. However, what you need to understand here, you don't really need anybody to pray for you. You can do that for yourself. You have the ability and the power to do that. But sadly enough, because of the programming of religion, we think that when we have others to pray for us, we are going to get better and faster results. I am not saying that corporate prayer doesn't work. Hear me out. That's not what I am saying. But I'm saying you need to have that faith and that belief so you can go do it for yourselves. The bishop, the deacon, the elders, and all the list of all the labeling people, they have no more power than you do. They have no more power than I do. However, when we come together collectively and corporately, we become powerful. So before you go to ask somebody, say, oh, can you pray for me? You need to step forth and pray for yourself. Pray for yourselves. We know the power of our words. We know the power of our hands, because when we get involved in intentional healing or distance healing, I can be sitting right here at my desk and I can raise my hand and I can instruct you what to do with your hands. And you can feel that energy. I remembered, I think it was maybe 3 weeks ago, I was doing a reading with a gentleman. And I hear the loud scream. He was in Maryland and I'm in Florida. And when he was able to settle down, he said to me, you said something. And all of a sudden, I could feel the fire coming from you to me. And I knew exactly what he was talking about, because I had received a message and I had to position my hand. And that energy went directly to Maryland. So let me tell you, we need to be obedient to what we are called for. Stop watching what everybody else is doing and honor that power within you. Stop judging and labeling people. Stop bullying people with the scriptures. Start love people. Start support people, because we are all one. We are soul. We are a spiritual being having a human experience. Those of you that are coming on here and telling me, oh, well, why am I charging? Because God give me the gift, I'm supposed to bless you. No, that's not what he told me. He said, because you are my child, you're supposed to live an abundant life. Because you are my child, you are not supposed to be lacking in anything. Because you're honoring the gift that I have entrusted you on, I need to reward you. And I'm speaking for myself. You step up and you speak for yourself as well. You have the gift. You have the ability. You have the power to administer distance healing. You got to believe. You must believe. Nothing will happen until you believe. Nothing will happen until you believe. I'll continue with the research here. Okay. Laboratory evidences for the possibilities of the distance healing intention, DHI, efficiency significantly on the healing of wounds, was first published by the Guard the grad, who studied the efforts of a noted healer. And the name of the healer is Oscar, Oskar. Last name is Estebany, Estebany, on surgical wounds in 48 mice, and compared to non-healed control group in a study that was later successful. Replicated mice exposed to the healers showed significant enhanced wound healing, suggesting a distance healing intention effect not attributed to placebo effects. More recent studies by Bangston also involve mice, but not DHI directed toward healing of infective mammary cancer rather than surgical wounds, also showed significantly enhanced healing. Overall, clinical trials and laboratory testings suggested that there might be some efficiency for DHI, but lack of a clear consensus and certainty about the key underlying variables and has led most analysts to recommend that research funded be directed on more trackable problems. For pragmatic reasons, such advice is not unreasonable. However, if DHI effects are genuine to any extent, even if they manifest only a small magnitude, high variances phenomenon, then the scientific and medical consequences are profound, and additional research is justified, in particular, exploring the extent of which effects distant learning intention may be attributed to or modality by patient's expectation and result. Placebo effects are how patients believe or motivations might interact with distant learning intention. Offers the potential to shed light on the mind-body healing process in general. So, here is my question to everyone who is listening live or who is listening after this broadcast is done live. If mice can benefit from distance healing, mice are getting results, why is it that we humans are not getting the result that we want? What that tells us it tells us that we are not using our hearts properly. We need what? A mind reconditioning. It's all about our mindset. I oftentimes say people get so religious until they have no earthly good. Because if mice that has wounds can heal from distance healing, why is it we as human beings cannot tap our energy into the healing to get the result that we want? Everything around you and I is energy. We are not manifesting our healing. We are not manifesting our success. We are not manifesting our wealth. We are not manifesting the success in our business. Hey, Jen, we are not manifesting the relationships that we want because we do not believe. We do not believe. We do not believe. I am not. We need to recondition our mindset. And whenever we decide that we are ready to recondition, the results will be unlimitless. There are many of you spirits. We are spirit beings. Exactly. Many of you are suffering and walking and holding on to the diseases because you refuse to tap into the healing energies that is accessible to you. You keep going to the doctors, you're getting misdiagnosed, yet you're popping 20, 30 pills a day. You can supercharge your physical body so that it will help to alleviate all of the disease. You need to feed your body right. Plug in. If you get up to clean your house and you open the vacuum, and if you don't plug it in, you will never get the rug clean. You got to be plugged into the energy. That same energy that is in this electric socket that we plug our blender, whatever, the microwave, the refrigerator, everything that we are plugging into electric, you and I have the ability to plug into the universal energy to get the results. Those of you who have had readings with me, you know what I'm talking about, because you know that what I get and deliver to you, you know it is profound. One lady said to me last week, I wish I had that power to do what you do. I'm no different. We all have the power. We need to condition our mindset. We need to condition our mindset. We are souls. We need to stop labeling people. We need to stop being disrespectful and judgmental. We need to look on everybody as a soul. This is why I treasure each and every person that shows up on any of my platforms. This is why I just love the feature that we have, that we can go live together and we can see each other's faces. This is powerful stuff. We have work to do. We have work to do. We need to embrace and honor each other. Love each other. Stop bullying each other. Love on each other. Respect each other. When you realize that there's one race, the human race, we don't have time to get into label people because of where they live in the world and what their skin color look like and the texture of their skin. We don't have time for that. Time is so short. Today is the only day we have. Let us decide we are ready to make a difference. Let us decide that we are going to unlearn all of the stereotypes that we learn about that. Let us know that these tools, they are powerful tools. We together, we can use this tool to make a difference, to heal people. There's some of you know that when I'm working with you online and the Spirit tell me to tell you to touch some part of you and whatever it is because the universe see that there's some healing that needs to take place in that particular section of your body. If you're just joining, we're talking about distant healing and the benefits. It's 6:41 a.m. Please get your water. Let's do the water therapy. Bless your water. Supercharge your water. What do you expect? What do you desire? Speak to the water. Know that the water is energy. And once we supercharge it, it flows directly through our body. It goes to every cell, every organ, every nucleus in our bodies. It has the power to deliver whatever we ask. Don't sit around with your disease and your ailments. Supercharge your water so that you can get the result. I ask for this water to go throughout my body. If there are any disease that is attempting to lurk, I ask that this water will go directly to the source and to get rid of it. I ask that this water will go to all of my organs and to supercharge them to a youthful state so that they can continue to heal their body. Spiritual insight, spiritual hearing, more clarity, clearer focus. Those are what I'm giving thanks to this water for. Go ahead and let's drink. Those of you that are maybe just starting the water therapy this morning, I encourage you to start your journal entry so that you can track the result that you're working on, and you'll be able to see with your own eyes the manifestation of that which you seek. All right? So I want to tie this up about distance healing. So, thank you. The Spirit just dropped on me about those people who are saying that yoga is an evil practice. You guys, you need to stop it. You need to stop. Work on yourselves and learn all of the stereotypical things that you have picked up in religion. You might still be a practicing pastor who is, oh Lord, you might still be a practicing pastor who is brainwashing people and to keep them away from the truth. Stop it. Allow the people to be free. Allow the people to honor the power that is within them. Let me tell you all something. You got to know that you are the church. If you never set foot in another building, you are the church. Live the life that you can help people to tap into all of the energies that they have. God did not put us through this pandemic for no reason. What lesson are you coming out of this pandemic with? What is it? If you have never set foot in another building, do you know that you are still powerful? As a matter of fact, you are more powerful than when you were under the thumb and the suppression of other religious leaders? Do you know that? You know that everything that you want to be able to heal yourself and others, your neighbors and others, you know that everything you need is part of that manual that was handed to you at birth. The manual that has our inner blueprint for success. It have all the different documents included in it that we need. We have not opened the manual since it was handed to us, because what? Many of us spend the time chasing religion and chasing other people and thinking they are better than us and they are more powerful than us. Baloney. We are all human souls. Don't be afraid to call people when you see they're trying to mess you up. Do not be afraid to call them on their stuff. Stand up and be bold. Do not allow anyone to put your light out. If people can stay in Africa, across the continent of Africa, if they can stay there and pray for somebody in the United States to be healed from whatever ailment they are going through, why is it you right here? Why can't you do that? Because you don't believe. You need to step out of religion and honor that power within you. We were born with greatness. Step out. Yes, you're going to lose some friends. It's all right. Because you know what they say? Oil seeks its own level. And when you step out and you begin to honor that which you're called for, your tribe begin to come to you. Your tribe begin to find you. Your tribe begin to seek you out. Those of you on TikTok, look on the third pinned video on my page if you haven't watched it yet. And those of you on other platforms, you probably want to join TikTok so you can see that video that I'm talking about. It's not easy when you decide to step out from among the ordinary people. It's not easy, but it's a must. You got to do that. Because if you don't do that, you're not following through on what you need to do. Distance healing is in your hand. You don't need any prescription. You just need to believe, and you know these two hands are powerful. These 10 fingers are powerful. Not only to be used on your body, but to be able to be used on others. Go out there, tap into that power that the universe has entrusted you. Please do not let it go to waste. Do not allow it to go to waste. All right? Again, I am so privileged to have spent the past 52 minutes with you. I hope that something that I've shared this morning, both from the survey, the research, and what I have personally gave you from my experience intuitively. I hope that you have gleaned something from that. If you have not subscribed to my social media, please connect with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and my newsletter at daphneclarke.com. And above all, share my content with others. Let people know that you know this woman, that she is out of the closet after 62 years. She's out of the closet. She has unlearned some things, and she has stepped forth unapologetically, honoring who she was fully created to be. Again, I love each and every one of you. Thank you, Jen, for always showing up in my YouTube. Thank you, Queen. Please go ahead and to share that. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning on YouTube. Love you. Stay blessed. Stay the course. And start healing yourselves and others. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing that you can do about that.